She erased my family from her wedding, so I erased her from mine. When my brother got married, I knew there was going to be some drama because his bride, now my sister-in-law, had a reputation for being particular. She's the type who likes things a certain way and isn't shy about letting you know if you fall short of her expectations. I told myself it was just wedding stress and tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. She had very specific demands. Everyone from both families was expected to wear their chosen wedding colors. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. Coordinated outfits, color-matching accessories, the works. People spent money, time, and effort just to meet her vision. Family members flew in from out of state, juggling jobs, childcare, and expenses, just so they could support them on their big day. We all wanted her to feel celebrated and to show my brother that we respected their marriage. The day before the wedding, though, she made these little offhand remarks during rehearsal dinner. Things like, "Well, I wasn't expecting your side to take this seriously anyway. You guys never really do." She tried to laugh it off like it was a joke, but the tone was sharp and intentional. It was clear who she was taking a jab at, our family. Of course, the comments got back to everyone, and feelings were definitely hurt. We could have let it sour the whole mood, but we didn't. We showed up the next day dressed to the nines, followed every instruction, smiled for the cameras, and made sure the day went smoothly. Whatever she thought about us, we weren't going to ruin my brother's wedding. Fast forward to a few weeks later, when the wedding photos and highlight reel were shared. That's when the real slap in the face happened. Not a single picture of us. I mean it. Out of hundreds of photos and a 3-minute highlight video, not one picture included our side of the family, except for one 3-second clip of my parents standing next to the bride and groom. The rest of us? Erased. Like we hadn't even attended. Like we didn't matter. I tried to be civil about it, so I texted her politely asking if she could send me any of the photos with just the siblings, since none had been posted online. She flat out denied that we even took any, which is wild because I distinctly remember standing there adjusting corsages and jackets for people in those exact photos. She doubled down and basically gaslit me. Nope, those pictures don't exist. I don't know what you're talking about. I let it go for 6 months, but then asked again when more photos surfaced. This time she pretended she had no idea what I meant, like the conversation had never happened. At that point, I realized she wasn't just being forgetful, she was intentionally cutting us out of the narrative of their wedding. Fine. Two can play that game. Fast forward to now. I'm getting married in just 8 days. My fiancé and I have been engaged for 6 months, and I've been planning every detail carefully. But since the moment I realized she erased us, I've also been planning one very specific, very petty act of revenge. I hired an amazing photographer and videographer. The twist? I gave the videographer a secret mission. Their job is to make my sister-in-law feel like the star of the show. Hover around her, film her every move, capture her reactions, give her the illusion that she's glowing with attention. And then when the final wedding video is delivered, she won't appear for even 1 second. Just like she erased us, I'm erasing her. The irony is she wasn't even originally invited. I was honestly fine keeping things low contact, but word must have gotten out because she cornered me at a family dinner. With this fake sweet tone, she said, "Unfortunately, I have to work the day before and after your wedding, but I should still be able to make it." I was so stunned that I didn't even argue. I just said, "That's fine. The Airbnb is booked whether you're there or not." And now, unfortunately, she's coming. To cope, I started with small pettiness. For example, I deliberately spelled her name wrong on her wedding invitation. Not in a glaringly obvious way, but just enough that she'd notice. That was my appetizer. The video blackout? That's my main course. I know some people will say it's too petty or mean-spirited. But honestly, it's not. It's fair. She erased us first. I'm just returning the favor. Update. The wedding was absolutely beautiful. The day was everything we dreamed of, and for once, I didn't have to think about her at all. I didn't let her ruin anything for me. The videographer followed the plan perfectly. I've already seen the sneak peek clips, and guess what? Not a single frame of her. She was there in real life, but in our story, she doesn't exist. Our videographer mentioned they had over 200 gigabytes of raw footage, so somewhere on a hard drive, she exists, but she will never make it onto our Instagram highlights or final cut. Not 1 second of attention. The best part? She has no idea. And honestly, this whole thing blew up more than I expected. I originally just shared it with my small book club group, but it feels good to finally let it out here too. So to answer the question I know people will ask, no, I don't regret it. not even a little. Sometimes, the best revenge isn't loud or messy. It's just making sure someone who tried to erase you gets erased right back.